Dave, just to get kind of back on track today with Clayton Kershaw setting the tone, the offense getting going early, what were you just seeing from the beginning in this one, and what felt different and how you guys were able to pull out this win?
What felt different, I think, a lot of the same kind of energy that we had going into yesterday's game. I thought, obviously Shohei starting the game off with a homer was huge. You could see the life in the dugout, which, again, we saw last night. Clayton just picked up where Yoshinobu left off and really competed, and like he always does, and made pitches. And I thought he used his entire pitch mix, which was great. Might not been his best stuff, but I still felt that they were missing the barrel, and he was getting quick outs. And to get him into the sixth inning, again on regular, was huge. And so for me, he just gave us everything we needed.
We saw the bullpen bounce back tonight. When you see just whether it was Edgardo, Justin Robleski, how Jack Dreyer was able to end this one, how can that prove to be a little bit of a boost for that group right now?
It's great. It's great. Guys with where we're at, it's good for other guys or certain guys to get opportunities and see how they respond. And so it was good to see Edgardo coming in there, and I think that he made that mistake to. That right-hand hitter with the fastball, the 4 fastballs in a row, but ended up getting out of the inning, which was great. But what Robo did today was kind of the big key to take down 2 innings and limit the damage as far as they were threatening in his first inning to get out of that, to go back out, throw up another 0 to get us to the 9th. And, Jack's a guy that I felt wanted to keep those lefties on the bench, and felt good about Jack finishing the game.
If we told you in the spring you'd be closing out September games with 3 rookies, would you have bought that?
I wouldn't have bought it. But that's the thing is with baseball, with the long season, you never know, and it is good. Jack has been with us all year, and man, this guy is a smart guy. He studies. You can trust him. And he knows what he's doing out there. The game doesn't get too fast for him. With Edgardo, I thought today he sped up a little bit more than we're used to seeing, the last handful of outings. And then Robo, he's, ever since that Nationals, once we sent him out in D.C., he's come back a different person. And his confidence is sky high. And I just like the way he attacks. And I thought Ben did a great job with all those guys today. I thought about it. I just think that, he's got a lot of mileage, and he's going to always want to stay in the game. He's the only pitcher I think that we've had that has gone regular a few times, and so we're asking a lot of him. And I don't know. I just thought that the base hit, the breaker wasn't sharp, and then the double, and then, I just felt that at that point in time, how far am I going to push them? And I felt that we have to have guys behind our starters at some point to do their jobs. And so I hate giving up that last run of his, but I just felt that, if it was an extra rest and things like that, but just kind of how we've pushed him recently, I got to make sure that I do right by him, and he would probably argue against that, but that's just my opinion.
About making your own breaks, but is this that run that Rojas scored on the back pick kind of an example of what that kind of helped generate at the end of it?
Yeah, that was a good break. We haven't gotten a break like that in a while. So Miggy's played his tail off, and so for us to get a break like that was something that was very welcome and very needed.
You need a win, and then you get big contributions from the big 3 guys. Isn't that nice to get that type of production from the guys you need in a game you need?
It was great. I mean, I think Shohei was on base 5 times. Mookie has really been swinging the bat really well, and thought he got another one, in that last at bat. So, and I thought Freddie took good at bat. So, yeah, across the board, I like the energy. I like the way we played, and even the guys on the bottom, did their jobs today.
How do you turn this into, a better extended run now, and not kind of slip into another week like you just had?
we saw these guys recently, the Rockies, and we split with them there. We've seen their pitching. We're going to get Max back tomorrow. I think that's going to be helpful. And I just think that now we've talked about it being a sprint, and we got to get going. And I really do believe that offensively, build on these last couple days. And we're back home to the West Coast, and hopefully that can be a lot nicer to us than our trip out east.
David, a veteran-laden group, after losing the first 2 games of this series like you did, what does this mean heading to the next series?
It's not a surprise how we responded. There was no panic. It was just kind of preparation. I do like the way that our guys weren't downtrodden. We were kind of up, looking forward to playing a ball game to win a game, and that's a tell that you have confidence still in the room. It speaks to the character, and certainly when you get Shohei and Mookie doing what they're doing, that's also helpful too.